While we haven't seen much from Thor 4, aka Thor Love and Thunder, we know it's going to be doing a lot with this movie, including, of course, bringing back Chris Hemsworth as Thor for his fourth movie in his franchise, bringing back the return of Jane Foster for her to become the mighty Thor, the return of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then also the introduction of Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher, among many, many other things that are happening in this film. But like I said, we haven't seen much from it. We have had some recent promo, I believe, on some t-shirts that I did a breakdown on, which look pretty cool. But today, we have probably our best look yet at Thor Love and Thunder with this official poster for the movie. Now, obviously, this isn't like an official poster. Like, it's something officially created by Marvel Studios, but it's kind of one of those basic movie posters that they put out in stores, like more so for kids, so that's why it looks more cartoony, but like I said, it gives us our best look yet at this movie, and there's just so much going on here that we've got to break down. We're gonna have to go ahead and zoom in here. So first of all, top left corner, you can see Stormbreaker kind of in the background, almost like a looming presence. So clearly Stormbreaker's gonna have a huge role in this movie. Then we've got Tessa Thompson returning as Valkyrie, wielding her sword on her Pegasus. We've also got a shot of Thor up in the top right corner wielding Stormbreaker. Then we have our first look at Jane Foster as the mighty Thor, and she is wielding Mjolnir, which is really interesting. I'm going to be interested to see how they do this storyline in the movie, because in the comics, Jane Foster is diagnosed with cancer, and she's basically dying, and then it's not until that she picks up Mjolnir that then she becomes Thor and gains all that power. So I'll be interested to see if they do actually do the cancer storyline, but clearly whether they do that or not, they're clearly keeping it very close to the comics when it comes to the look of Jane Foster Thor, because this is pretty much exactly what she looks like in the comics. You can see that her hair is almost blonder as well, which is interesting. So maybe Natalie Portman dyed her hair for this movie or something like that. I don't know for sure. But also Mjolnir is back, so that of course brings up the question: is this the same Mjolnir that was destroyed in Thor Ragnarok? Maybe she was able to piece it back together just because of her power or something like that. I don't exactly know, but it's definitely looks really, really cool. Then, of course, the big one right here, right front and center, is Chris Hemsworth as Thor, returning to more of his classic look as Thor from the MCU, looking more, at least when it comes to his hairstyle, looks more like he did in Thor: The Dark World and Avengers: Age of Ultron, and you can see his eyes are glowing. He has this great-looking new suit, which is more so like blue and gold and red. It really looks great. It really does look amazing because, sure, previous costumes of Thor in the MCU have been more comics accurate, but they were kind of plain and dull, where it was just like silver and black armor with the red cape. So this looks a lot nicer, especially kind of blends in more with just the environment of this film being more bright and funky and colorful. So now you have this colorful suit for Thor as well, and it really does look amazing. I'm loving the look of it. Speaking of new suits, we also have a new outfit for Korg, which looks really interesting. He's got like some sort of brown outfit on with like a goat belt buckle or like a ram, and he's got like some fur. So that looks cool. And then also another shot of Jane Foster Thor with her helmet, and she's kind of like got her face there, looming as well. And at the bottom you have, alongside the logo, Thor's two goats from the comics, which is apparently something they're adapting for this film, which just is going to be insane. Thor has two pet goats, and I especially love this one, how it has his tongue hanging out. That's great. And then right in the middle you can see some more shots of our main four characters, when on the left side you have Thor and Valkyrie, and then on the right side you have Jane Foster, Mighty Thor, and Korg. Interesting, speaking of Korg, that we don't see Meek on this poster, but maybe that's just because I don't really know why, but maybe they just don't want to spoil his look or her look. I think it was actually confirmed that Meek's a female, or something like that. I don't really remember for sure. But yeah, this is a great looking poster. So far the reaction online, I've seen people not liking this poster, but personally I do like it, because sure, it is weird to have like 3 or 4 different versions of Thor on this poster, and like 3 different Jane Fosters and stuff like that. I think it visually looks really, really cool, instead of just having like one version of each character just randomly placed all over the poster. I think it's a really interesting design, and I actually really like it. This is the kind of poster that I'd honestly like to buy and hang up on my wall, which Honestly, I might actually do if I can find this in a store. But guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about this brand new look at Thor Love and Thunder? These new outfits for all their characters, including Thor and Korg and Valkyrie, and of course our first look at Jane Foster now transformed into Thor with her super comics accurate outfit and helmet, and also the return of Mjolnir, and also you can't forget Thor's two goats. That's going to be the best part of this. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video. And hit the subscribe button so I can keep it up to date on everything goes on in the Marvel life.